Oh, what's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some grails on BladeBinge. If you've never checked out BladeBinge, go check it out. Do yourself a favor. Links in the description for the page. I'm going to be scrolling. You can do it yourself, or you can come along with me on a journey to look at some really rare, potentially extremely rare knives. Always wait a couple of weeks to check these pages because usually it ends up that there's some awesome stuff. Check out BladeBinge, links in the description, like I said. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. My camera, the arm mount was just like in my face. Okay. Radial rose. Okay, there's a lot of roses. CKF Persian knife. Like the frame. I'm not the biggest fan of Persian. Or excuse me, I've just had an ultra sunrise, about half of it. Not always the biggest fan of trailing point blades. Zircotai. Large dimension 31 unique graphic CPN magnet cut with Zircotai clip-in thumb studs. Is that actually a part of the knife? Because isn't it kind of... Oh, that's aftermarket. Okay. I was going to say, I was like, I don't know if Chris Reeve does a lot of Zircotai. Maybe I'm wrong. Heretic Medusa manual. Yeah, we got the Factor 8. Great knife. That's a really expensive price tag. Carver Stig Proto. I'd like to see the entire knife. Alrighty. That's a different looking thing there, isn't it? Shiro 111. Pretty cool. Tad Dauntless MK1. So, this is going to look... A lot of people are going to say... that's the Prometheus Design Works, or the one with the dendritic cobalt. So, hold on. This is a rare one. This is the Tad... I believe it's the... It should be a PDW and a Triple Aught Design collab. Are we going to see that on the other side? No, we are not. But this is an OG, no lock bar insert, USA made. I believe sandwich construction. I believe. Not seeing it on the spine there. Frame lock S35VN. I think this is the... Because Tad does collabs. Like, there's a Tad Hinderer. There's a Tad Strider. There's a Tad, Reeve. But this should be the PVW Prometheus Design Works Invictus, which you see in with the dendritic cobalt. You see it the ProTech PDW Invictus. This is the TAD version, fully U.S. made titanium frame lock. That is a rare one. 675 is actually kind of tempting. I think that runs on washers, but I could be mistaken. It's been a long time since I've experienced that one. That's a cool one, though. I haven't seen that in a long time. Zero Tolerance 0456 Sinkovich. I think I recently saw that one listed here, so it must be a relisting. Mini Rambler, a Norseman. Mordax Operator Black Gridlock DLC Magna Cut. Ooh, kind of cool, though. Kind of cool. Hawk Talon price to move. It is. It's only $79 more than what we paid for them the first time. I heard this recent batch. Is that right? Did we pay $900 or did we pay $1,000? I think I want to say I paid $900 for mine on the first batch of those. Sorry, my wife. That's my wife. I'm pointing up because I'm in the basement and the garage wall is like right here. Like, well, my office wall and then up. And then there she... Anyways, who cares? Sorry. Okay. But I heard this most recent drop was 1,200 smackaroonies. Holy moly. Arius Gen 4, cool. Hinderer Jurassic, full titanium. Arguably the most ergonomic design that Hinderer has done. I'm still having, if my eyes look a little puffy, allergies. I can't wait. Honestly, can't wait till it gets cold. I want everything outside to die. I want all of nature to die and perish and wither. A curse upon the land so that I can not deal with allergies. It's a big, nature sacrifice just for a slight convenience to me. But I wish that. I wish it. Because I hate... There's this 2 weeks in the the transition from summer to fall, and 2 weeks from the transition of winter to spring or spring to winter. I think it's spring to summer. Oh my God. Anyways, shut up, Boomer. My bad for bothering you guys with my allergy nonsense. Nobody cares. 3.0 S45BN Harpoon Tanto. The only one that I'd be interested in is a non-flipper. The McNees Dixon. So I have this knife actually right here. Have it right. Oh, we can't see it. Here we go. Do it. Sorry, the thing that's killing the background is like not sure if it should delete the knife as well. But yeah. Never cut or carried. They want 625. I think that's pretty close to what they go for brand new. This is a very, very nice knife. It's very unassuming. It doesn't look very, anything. I wasn't, McNees knives in particular were nice, but not really on my radar until I handled this one. This is a loaner from eKnives, and I'm just going to say this might just stay with me. Not like I'm going to take it and eKnives is going to have to give it to me. I mean, I will pay for it. Whenever that occurs, I pay full price. Cedar in... Oh, that's black tie. Ooh, oh, that is a good-looking knife. So I own this knife. Where are you? Where are you? Where is it? Where is it? Whenever I do that, people reference the anime. They reference God dang it, it's the guy with the mustache. It's not Invincible. Is that the anime? I can't remember. I'm doing Batman. Where is it? All those kids on TikTok like, these are the anime. I don't know. I can't remember. It's there. It's in that box. Great knife, though. What's that? Latvia? This is probably the worst way to say it. Latvia? Ooh. Oh, we got a J cape with a lot of stuff on there. Holy moly. Is this a Riot? Yeah, I was going to say that looks like Riot Zerkatai. And you'd think that, well, Zerkatai. Riot Zerkatai, though. Riot Zerkatai is something special. Did we get any good shots of the Zerkatai, my guy? Like, a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a lot of money there, but... Custom Knife Factory Eagle Rock, carbon fiber and S110. So that's a pretty good price. And, that's the stone-washed one. Yeah, that's not a bad price at all for what it is. Those are super cool. I really, really I hope that they bring those back and they do a version of it with the mirror DLC. Like my, the Snafu. The mirror DLC Snafu right here. And also my Sakosha, which I went way out of my... I've got two Sakoshas. I went way out of my way to get the mirror... We're reflecting the computer screen there. The mirror DLC Sakosha and Snafu, and way dramatically overpaid for them. Because they do some of the best mirror DLC in the industry, for sure. Oh, the duckling. I haven't seen this in a bit, but those are very, very nice. It looks like a combination of a lot of things that you've seen before, and that's partially due to what's popular and modern, and also just what traditionally works, right? Drop point blades, kind of that Sabenza style blade with slight alteration of the handle shape, right? Riff Raff, cool knife. Gavco, also cool knife. Oh, this same guy bought a bunch of Damasteel Wheeze. He's trying to get back. Trying to recover some losses there a little bit. I think those are probably kind of okay priced. Praetorian T. This guy's selling his Medfords. Riot Tiger. This is one of the coolest tigers because it's green, like green specific Zerkatai. So all of the anodizing has been hyper focused on green, and then all of the zirconium layers are showing through. I came very, very close to purchasing one of these in Zerkatai, and I didn't. And seeing this makes me want it again. Not sure I want to spend $1,000 on it though. Patrick Martin Custom Arius number 8 from Blade Show Atlanta. It's really nice titanium Damascus there. Like some really vibrant stuff. Woo. Woo. Not quite red, but getting close in some areas. I still get people messaging me. Red is actually possible with titanium. It is not. Not one person has been able to present me with an image of true ruby red on titanium that is not coated in something that can be anodized outside of the titanium that it is coating. For example, my Rockstead. We're showing off a lot of knives in my own collection today. The Rockstead Higo 2, the new one with red titanium, right? Pretty cool, but it's not actually red titanium. It's titanium with a layer of aluminum oxide on top, and the aluminum oxide has been anodized red because titanium cannot be anodized red. And I can promise you Rockstead would not have done that if they could anodize titanium red. So I stand by that. I stand by that. It's a nice Strider. And Monterey MBK Sea Otter. Machine Wise Sonora. Definitely cool. Full Tide Jurassic in MagnaCut. Ooh. Oh, Black Cerakote. That's not factory, is it? Hold on now. Hold on. Yeah, it is. Does Reeve do DLC? Because he definitely should. I don't think I've ever seen a DLC Reeve, but like I mean, a knife like that with that legacy, they should just do DLC. Non-flipper Spanto, it's kind of cool. That's not a factory scale. That is Matt and Boss, but he does a good job. Protean Custom, some fixed blades. Reverse Tux Padre. Tactile Archer. Still would like to review one of those. Lee Williams Kickstop. Let's go to page 4. $2,000. $22.50 for that sucker. Man, that's an authentic scale. It's a DLT Trading exclusive Warthog scale, but that's authentic. Slicer Battle Blue. It's the stonewashed ones. I'm gonna tell you, like, you buy what you want, right? But if you're like, I really wanted the Battle Blue and now I don't want, I'm having trouble selling it. Here's the hard truth, guys. This is the hard truth. Battle Blue, Battle Bronze, stonewashed blue, stonewashed bronze. Those are going to be the last ones to sell. It's just the hard truth, okay? I've been buying Hinderer knives for a long time. There's a reason. As much as I think the Anno Blue and the Anno Bronze look cool, and if you're like, I don't ever plan on reselling it, I don't really care, then you buy what you like. But here's the truth. Stonewashed will sell. Here's the other thing that won't sell as fast. Working finish. Blade and or frame. Here's what will sell faster. All stonewashed. Blade and frame. Especially if you have a full tie scale. Right? Green Anno. Polished or battle. BFPU. Battlefield Pickup. Stonewashed Black DLC. Battle Black. And DLC. Okay? If you plan on reselling this stuff, I'm not saying you're going to make money on it. If you plan on reselling it and you want to move it, those are the ones that are going to sell. At least faster than others, right? Demco Compact, these are really rare. That's not your Taiwan 80-20.5. That's a US 80-20 Compact. Probably 180 thousandths. Yeah. Thickness. 180 thousandths there on the spine. Urban EDC Sagaya, pretty cool. Praetorian. Okay, Praetorian Tanto. But is it the T or the tie? That's an old one. That's an old one. Look at my knife case closed. My knife case was tired of being open. And it closed, and I almost pooped my pants. Didn't. Okay? Take my word for it. You can't see my lower half. You're not in the room with me. Just take my word for it. This is an old one. Oh, it says micro. That's my fault. But so standard thickness micro. 190 thousandths, right? Turn it sideways. Let me see it. Where's your centering picture? Dude! Absolutely not. 2021. Not that old. Guess that's just how they mark those. Buddy, you've got to take a centering picture. You have to. You have to take a centering picture. Hold on. Did I not see every single picture? Hold on. You have to take a centering picture. I'm not saying you're trying to hide anything. I'm just saying, like, you have to do that. $750 for an Unmumzan in drop point glass blasted Magna Cut. Cool knife. Took me. Oh, I thought he said it took me a year of checking restocks, and I don't really want it. Apparently, to my wife, bills are more important. Oh man. Chris Reeve MIM clip. That's an actual Chris Reeve clip. That's a nice looking clip. I got to get one of those for mine. That's cool. Oh man, that's a big one. Golly, that thing is that's a big one. Good lord, that's a big chunky fella. I'm already guaranteed one of these, so I'm not gonna look at that. I have to pay for it. I'm not that cool. Style 55. What does that mean? Style 55. Style 55. Does that mean like is it the swoopies? Okay. All right. Man. That forest green is so good looking. It's a slim, clip point, web exclusive, long sold out, brand new in box. That's nice. You got to take more pictures, dude. Like what this is a war crime. You've taken 2 pictures. I want all the pictures. Man, that's cool. That I wouldn't even mind. Like, I'd be tempted by that. It's 50 over what it would have sold for brand new. I have a Demco 8020i, like the international one, where everything's the same. It's all made in the USA except for the blade, and the blade's made in Italy, and it's a drop point, but it's got the thicker blade, and I carry that every now and then, and it's awesome. I love it. It's just really... $800! Damn it! So this is a knife that is on like my top 5 must own. Here's the problem. Can I fork over $800 for this right now? Yeah. Do I want to? No. I make irrational purchases sometimes, right? I'm known to do that. I don't want to pay $800 for that knife. Not when I know that it goes for $450 brand new. Here's the truth. This is a plunge lock. It's what it is. It is the most stout plunge lock I have ever experienced. It doesn't feel anything like for example, the ProTech Malibu. Great button lock. Makes it feel like a toy. This is the most stout, most robust button lock. I don't know what he did different. Obviously, you see on the other side, there's additional housing. I'm not sure why. Maybe to accommodate for a larger spring. No idea. It's the most stout, most robust button lock I've ever felt. I also just really like the VECP. It's one of my favorite knives of all time. I know you guys are like, you have a lot of favorite knives of all time. And to you, I would say, I do. That's exactly right. I've got, 20 to 30 favorite knives of all time out of the 4,000 knives that I've handled. I got a long list. It's a nice texture pattern there. So nice. Oh, yeah. Real good. Okay, hold on. Seen that. Don't want the mini. Blaurock Blade Style 1. Hold on. I'm trying to get a good gauge of like what size of knife this is. Judging by that, it's not nearly as big as... I was thinking this was like a Titanic folding knife. ADV Tactical Crusher. That's pretty cool. There's that compact that's still there. It's a lot of money. You might eventually get it. Hold on. We're at 20 minutes. Let me go another page or two. Onzo, Prince. Ooh. Oklahoma DC1 Titanium. It's a nice looking flashlight. Not for $1,300 though. Not for me. Maybe for you. Strider SNG for $600. For $600. Did we take a good centering picture? Kind of. Kind of. A little more to one side than the other, and it just so happens to be lining up correctly, but not bad. Did we carry this? Let's read. With lynch clip deep, I would want more info. I would want a little more info here because that's a great steel. It looks like the clip has wear marks on it. It's also got a custom LBS. Yeah, I mean, like he is also not mentioning the fact that this is not factory. I would have questions. You got to fill these out, guys. You got to fill out, like, you can't just be like this. It's knife shaped. Like, well, if you want people to spend $600, you got to put more in there. Full track M390, that's cool. Ooh, oh, that's an SMF. Dang it! I thought it was an SNG. I was about to buy. I mean, like, man, I would have considered it. But so I own this knife almost exactly. Where are you? How is my, like, the Strider should be sticking up and so immediately apparent. Oh, here it is. So my grind is, the grind on mine's a little different. So this is like almost fully, it's not fully flat, right? But it's just a little bit different grind. But it's the SMF Performance. And this is cool. I like this knife, but it's too big. It's too big for me to carry. I've tried, and it's cool. It just takes up too much room in my pocket. The SNG, would I carry the SNG equivalent? Yes. Would I pay $825 for it? Probably. Probably. I can hear somebody's mowing outside. Sorry about that. Tesseract polished M398. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a rare one there. So that I don't know if the pictures are really going to do it justice. Does he have... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is insane. So, part of the reason... God, look at that polish, too. That is an awesome knife. I have this in a Mantis. Yeah, right? Where are you? Pretty sure it's a Mantis. Yeah, right here. Now, you're not going to be able to see it nearly as well. But I have this in a Mantis. These are going to be $2,000 minimum. But mine is not a polished blade. Why? Because it takes... It's 26 hours under a laser. Legitimately. Some people perceive that differently. Some people perceive that as genie magic that doesn't have any cost associated with it. And that's the furthest from the truth that you could imagine. Like, here you are. Right? On the moon, and then here's the center of the Milky Way galaxy, which is the accurate part of what I just said. That's how far away you are from it. No, it absolutely does cost a lot of money to do that, and time, right? Time is not like, oh, well, we all have infinite of that, right? Especially as a business, it costs a lot of money to do that. Now, it's not going to be for everybody, but this is certainly cool. This is one of the coolest things that Herman has ever done. Very cool. And look at that hardness up there, 6263, which is great for M398. Really cool. Honestly jealous of that one. Very, very jealous of that one. Very cool. 15V Sprint Run Spyderco Shaman. That might be the thumbnail. What a monster of a knife. 15V, probably got that triple B on there. Let's see. Yeah, there it is right there. This is one of the nastiest steels and one of the nastiest heat treatments that can be applied to it. This knife could potentially, like, if you took let's say Spyderco had a Rex 121 Shaman. The triple B, it's kind of like teeter-tottery. Rex 121 should, when everything is absolutely optimal, outperform 15V in terms of edge retention. But because of the standard protocols that Spyderco uses on Rex 121, I'm trying to get this right. Please, you can correct me if you know better than me. That's perfectly fine. Because of Spyderco's standard heat treatment protocols applied to Rex 121, when it's funny because typically everything Spyderco does in terms of heat treatment is absolutely optimal. Triple B's heat treatment protocols for for 15V appear to allow this steel to shine better when it's at exactly the same geometry, making 15V Spydercos some of the most, performance oriented in terms of edge retention of all Spydercos. To have this steel on something like the Shaman, which admittedly the geometry is not optimized for slicing and edge performance, it is pretty cool though. I own this knife. I own a 15. People will be like, he owns everything on the page. I mean, I own a lot of knives. I have my own 15V Spyderco Shaman. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. But I have the RGT scales on it. This, I'm actually still breaking in. This is on washers, and I have been fighting this thing. I don't know why some Spydercos are just like this. This knife does not want to break in, and I think I'm just going to have to take the washers out and polish them. I also think it's the lock bar tension. There's a number of little tiny things, but I would love to EDC this, and I haven't yet because I cannot get the action nearly as good as my other Spydercos. I don't know where the other I've got a bunch of different Shamans here, but that one I just can't get. Very cool. I think that's going to be it today. And now I can hear the lawnmower going like crazy. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Please make sure to check the links in the description for this page. Check out, BladeBinge. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex if you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you'd like to check out my other content. I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.